Welcome to another episode of Movie Rectum.
Movie Rectum.
Because that is the title, I guess it's going to be. Because many movies are definitely ass, including this.
Split screen,
Okay.
split screen.
Okay, this does not look like this is gonna end well. For you guys. I mean, anybody want to leave?
As you can tell,
What's the movie?
Supergirl. Yep.
Helen Slater and Faye Dunaway, 1984.
No, we have Millie Alcock.
Oh, who?
She's from Siren. She's known for House of the Dragon. That's their two, I think, most prominent things. But she is Supergirl.
Is she?
So they say.
Mm-hmm.
So what is this movie about, right? Well, first I'll go into a few details about it. So one is based off of Superman's Woman of Tomorrow, which was a very popular comic. It's directed by Craig Gillespie, written by Anna Navarro, Gunn and Peter Safran produced. It's about an hour and 40 minutes, PG-13, and it released, what, today? Officially? We saw it yesterday. What?
No, no. I'm bored already with the movie.
Okay.
So I gotta interject my nonsense.
I got you. All right. So first, I think we're going to discuss, we usually do back and forth points, but I want to keep it more focused this time. In this rant, we are going to talk about casting and characters. What do we think about them? Again, Millie Alcock was Supergirl. Jason Momoa
Her name?
was Millie Alcock?
Alcock?
Alcock.
Nice.
Did you just realize that was her last name?
Yeah.
That's a joke he would have been
Yeah.
making
Wow.
forever if he knew. I guess you didn't.
Alcock.
Alcock. All of it. Wow. So Jason
Got a
Momoa
lot of
is help
couples.
us? All of them.
And none to spare.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
So David
True.
Cornsett as Superman, Eve Ridley as Ruthie, and then Matthias, I don't know that last name. But either way, he played Krem of the Yellow Hills, the villain. What you think about them? Anything interesting?
Think about
And
what? The characters?
The characters and the acting and the performance.
Then you just left out Lobo.
No, I said Jason Momoa.
Did
You were too busy
I was paying.
interject.
I was thinking what I was going to say next.
Uh-huh.
Casting, I really don't have an opinion on it because the script is so bad that no one had an opportunity to do good or bad. No one had an opportunity to shine or suck because they were saddled with the worst dialogue, the worst character development. Nothing. They had nothing to go off of. I would be pissed. Who's the writer?
Anna Navarro?
Yeah. I would be pissed at Anna Navarro and James Gunn right now for. I mean, they're getting paid well, so they probably don't care what. Jason Momoa probably made a couple million for his 5 minutes in this. I found he was good for Lobo.
Yeah, I agree.
But there was no. He was just there, and they clearly threw him in after the fact.
Oh yeah, he had no real impact on that story, and when he was like a Deus Ex Machina, just to randomly save her from really stupid stuff that makes no sense or shouldn't happen in the first place.
Yeah. Millie, she was adequate. I wouldn't have had a problem with her had the script been better. Her little sidekick, what was her little sidekick's name?
Ruthie.
Crappy actress though. I would have to say she was the only one that really couldn't even deliver those crappy lines. She was the same thing all the way through.
Yeah.
She had no real motion in her face, despite she had tears at one point after her family was slaughtered, and they were over within a second. So we didn't even get to see if she could project emotion. But other than that, she was horrible all the way through it. She was completely miscast. The villain, I have no idea because he really wasn't in it that much other than come on there, stomp through things, get punched around a lot. So I've got no opinion on him other than I'd be pissed at the makeup department.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason to make you look like some
discount Pinhead.
Ye- well, these look like the what do you call them? The negative batshits? No, the anti-fascist up in Portland. He looked like them.
Okay.
He looked like a reject from Antifa and Mad Max. He was kind of
Perfect
a mix
combination.
mix of those, and about the same depth
Mm.
as what you get with the ones up in Portland. Um, there was nothing to him.
There really
Absolutely
wasn't.
nothing.
Not one bit.
I don't even know
Also,
what his backstory was, other than he was a pirate trafficking girls
that's it.
for
That's it.
S trade.
Yeah. That is the heights of his character. Not to mention he was just kind of weird and silly for no reason. Like
Yeah.
even as a villain to her, he's not a villain because actually he doesn't really care about her. There's so few times where the two of them really interact. Usually a hero and villain will have dialogue back and forth and talk each other up. She just kind of appears when he's there because he's never really looking for her,
Well,
kind
here's
of.
what they also have is usually we get to spend some time with the villain and know something about him,
Mhm.
but we didn't get it. He was just there when it was needed. We didn't get, well, he's on a ship. He lost his ship, had to steal her ship.
He wanted weapons for no reason.
He wanted swords.
Yeah, he needed swords.
Swords
Yeah, the Hattori
in
Hanzo. Or
space.
so space.
Yes, from the Hattori Hanzo of space was making, uh,
Blades.
yeah,
Yeah.
stupid. Supporting characters, because I would like to get into those. None of them were uh, her parents. Lame.
Yeah.
Uh, they had nothing other than, yeah. They were just bad. They were boring. Matter of fact,
Mhm.
that's the part where I was actually dozing off on. The couple in the inn
Mhm.
or the bar. I don't know why they were taking care of the bar. They didn't seem to be uh,
Another
like the
set of
rest of the
bad
crowd.
parents getting killed.
But they had nothing to go off of.
With their broken English for no reason, even though
Yeah.
aliens are all speaking fluent English.
Everybody else was just used as a joke. Seth Rogen does a voice in this. Why? And it's so out of place. All the other aliens speak some kind of broken English at best or their own language, except Seth Rogen and his little whatever the heck he was,
Mhm.
who was, I mean, just Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Only just, I would say, I mean, I was going to say only not funny, but he's not funny. So, yeah, being his usual unfunny self. Um, was there any other supporting characters in this? That
No, not really. I mean, not that mattered. She was kind of just constantly going from place to place. So I would say
that's
that
not a
the
lot.
not really. The
Yeah.
next best supporting character would be either be Superman himself
Nothing as
or
well.
this or the secondary Crypto, who was barely there. He's barely a character. Um the second in command of the villains, because he got into it with Lobo twice.
I know. I think something was edited out because I'm thinking they're really pushing this guy, so we have to be missing something that was filmed because they seem to have something going on.
I don't know.
Ah,
See, finally, his turn.
yeah.
Me last time. Man, episode back to back. The phone's going on.
Yeah. Whatever.
Alright.
Whatever.
So, character. I want to talk a little bit about Supergirl for a second because when I hear other reviews and stuff, that's the main thing I hear people talk about her overall characterization. Is she the Supergirl people wanted? What do you think of this, you know, depressed drinker variation of her? With that being said, for this Supergirl, did she play it okay? I guess. But again, the script was horrible. The script was absolutely terrible. So I can't say if I would like her more or less, mostly because it was just there's I agree with the acting. No one had anything to work with here. No one had anything to show anything on. I mean, even when we get the backstory, which we'll get to that later when we talk about like plot and stuff, but it's just like the bar was very Very
Didn't
low.
have a bar.
Yeah.
It was a quest, and there was no character growth in anything that happened.
Mm-mm. Oh, that's the best point. Her best growth was she became sober.
Yeah, I
She
guess.
became sober. That was the defining trait.
Now,
She used to drink,
now
and then she
tell me
realized drinking
why
was
did she
bad.
become sober? What was the thing that taught her to become sober in this?
See, I would have to go on a limb, and it would say it was Ruthie's or Ruby's. Yeah, no, Ruthie and her talk, where Ruthie's like, "Oh, all you do is drink, so you don't feel," and they have some sort of back and forth about, it's that same revenge plot line, and that, "Oh, you're a drinker. I don't want to be like you." That's what she said.
So basically, not even a 60-second conversation was what did it.
Yeah, they had no real bonding. They were just kind of along on the bus together. That is this plot, and they saw stuff go by and things happened.
I guess.
Mhm. All right. We're going to go on to visuals and special effects. It looked horrible, right?
Sure. Yeah. It was bland. It was everything we've seen over the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Only brown.
Yeah. Also, I've said this before privately, but I'll say it again. I really do think Masters of the Universe is the best superhero movie we had.
It was beautiful in parts.
Yeah.
It was colorful, bright.
Yeah, people say the comic of this was like that it was gorgeous and great artwork.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever. I mean, I thought the special effects were just bland. Nothing. There was nothing. No wow moments. They tried to pass off some wow when she flies up to the clouds and gets the energy of the sun, which she did several times in this.
Yeah.
But we've already seen that. We've already seen that shot where someone's coming up to the clouds and the sun's peeking up.
Mhm.
I mean, that was the first Superman movie where he at the end he flies up into the atmosphere and then the sun's cresting over the earth. That was 45 years ago
Yeah.
at this point. So yeah, no, there was nothing. The spaceships were dull, what little there were.
Yeah.
I mean, the 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 school bus or mass transit,
Yeah.
MTS, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
The
lame.
public transit of space. Yeah.
The women pirates and their spaceship was lame. We didn't really get to spend any time with any of this stuff anyway to actually think of it. Oh, Argo. That was lame. We only saw like a shot from a distance.
Yeah.
It looking like an egg
True.
in its force field.
Everyone wearing white robes.
Even when we were inside Argo, the one or two shots that they showed were like these wide shots of really CGI'd city with people walking through.
Yeah.
I was like, well, what?
Mhm. It was really, really dreary looking the entire time. Also, the creatures and the monsters. Why were there so many just random
Everywhere.
just aliens all the time? It's like they said go nuts. And was it all CG? Was it they trying to do prosthetics? I couldn't tell. It just was crap after crap after crap.
I know it just became the same, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. No. I got really tired of seeing the different aliens everywhere, except of course when they had to interact with the family, like the people who own the bar,
Mm-hmm.
or what's his name? Creamery? Cream?
Crap.
Creme? Um, I mean, his men, none of them were aliens either. Why is that?
I don't know. I don't think the movie even knows.
Well, I think maybe it might have something to do with DEI then. See, aliens, whether you're green or Asian or whatever, you can't be portrayed as a S trafficker. So therefore, his entire crew was all one.
Yeah.
Cis white male.
I guess so. With lots of body piercings
Yes.
everywhere.
It really was. I just got it. Yes. That's exactly what the villain was.
Mhm.
Because why would they literally established that there was aliens everywhere
Yeah.
in this, whether they were CGI or prosthetics or what, except for for Cream's crew.
Mhm.
Huh? How does that happen?
It didn't seem to care a lot for there was why is Ruthie's parents, like, black? Like, British and Asian or something? There's all these, like, multicolored stuff for no reason.
No reason whatsoever.
No.
It wasn't the uh, um, some of the people in Argo like South Asian as well. They had a nice healthy mix there, yada yada.
I guess humans have always just been all over the galaxy, huh, and all these
No,
planets.
just in the mind of that stupid ass writer.
My last thing on visuals, though, I have to bring it up.
Mhm.
I hate the fight scenes. The fight scenes are absolute garbage of how they look because all it is, it's like you're in one of those spin around like teacups or something. You're constantly just in this 360 watching from some like let's say Ruthie in the end when she was in the Mad Max Circle of Doom for no reason because they care about
Mm.
her. They sent their whole crew after this girl who has never really fought or done anything except choked out the guard.
They even kidnapped her and held her. And it wasn't like she was going to be bait for Supergirl because they didn't even say that. They didn't even know why she was there. Why didn't they? If she had tried to kill Kreb,
Mhm.
Cream, whatever, why wouldn't they just kill her?
They just toyed with her. Like that's why it said I don't feel this is a villain because he didn't give a crap about nothing. Though even though he magically had a kryptonite poison dart to shoot her with later. But like he moved in a way of she only showed up conveniently. I think the only time he actively went after her was when she was with the parents and they poisoned her and so they call him. But other than that, he's just constantly operating without her. All right, and finally, plot and concept. The script.
I'll let you talk to the camera now.
All right. So for the script, I'm just gonna say it's the worst thing about the movie by far. Even if you like the acting, I heard some people say that Millie Alcock is. She's all right. She does well in the role. They say that she's great for this type of Supergirl, but ultimately, the script is so bad. She doesn't grow. Um, she's unlikable. Like the anti-hero thing is really done. We've had anti-heroes for a really long time. When was the last time we had like a purely good, virtuous, standard like character?
For superhero movies?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been over a decade.
Yeah. I mean, I would say maybe Fantastic Four. Maybe. They were so
I'm sorry. I grew up in the age of John Byrne, Fantastic Four.
Mhm.
Before that, Kirby, Stan Lee, and all the other great writers. No, that was not the Fantastic Four. Not even close.
I know. It was horrible.
And I wouldn't say that any of them were stand-up people in any kind of way because the movie was dumb. It was poorly written, not as
It
poorly
was.
written as Supergirl, but it was dull, which is a bigger sin to me. At least this was stupid because, like I said, I fell asleep during the beginning of this for a second, but once it really got into stupidity gear, I was all in.
Yeah.
I was ready to watch all the way to the end.
And we are at the point in the plot and script. So it's time to get into every single nonsensical thing that happened in this stupid movie.
That's a lot.
There's a lot. I'm going to start off with the planet that they drop her off on that has a green sun. Why? And not even a green sun for a day, just a few hours. And then it has the audacity to just not, I don't know, be a moon, a literal yellow sun. Like there's no day and night
Came
cycle.
up in the same spot too. But one of them comes up and then goes back down, and the other comes up and goes back down. And I'm
What?
like, what is this? Does the writer not know that we live on a sphere and everything revolves around it? So that would have come up on the other. No. And there's no way the sun can go up and come back down.
So they put her in timeout because they clearly don't care about killing her because it's here, you nap for 3 hours, have some weird I don't know what flashbacks about your time there, cry about your dog because you miss him, and think about what you've done until the sun comes up and then come save the day. So that was stupid.
Yeah.
How does he know she's Kryptonian? I need
We should start at the beginning. If you're going to do this, let's start at the beginning. What was wrong with the beginning? Because it starts out with her getting drunk and Superman going, "Oh, I hope you're okay. Hope you come home soon. I
Mhm.
miss you," kind of stuff. But then it gets into, we get 10 minutes of her partying, throwing up, pissing.
Crowd surfing,
Yeah, and
playing fetch.
the only thing that happens is bad actress, bad child actress. Her family gets slaughtered, and she puts on her samurai sword because reasons.
All right, let's pause. The way they all died was the dumbest thing. So this guy comes in, they give him, they're ready to give him the weaponry in the shed or whatever. He tells her, "Okay, you come with me to go get it." And then the brother not paying attention with his headphones on because he also has retro headphones, I think. Takes them off, gets up, and goes, "Hey," and crap. It's like thirst for him. It just like kills him. So stupid. It was such a stupid
I
scene.
don't get it because Cream,
Krim.
Krim, he wasn't even threatening him. So when the sun
No.
comes bursting out of his room, he had no reason to do that. Again, something was wrong with the script there.
Mhm.
Um, then he slaughters the family, believes the girl
Why?
for no reason.
Why?
Why was he there for swords to begin with? And why is the guy a master Hori Hanzo? There's no establishment there. We have no idea other than they're telling us. We don't even see a freaking sword until she pulls out her, oh, it's
Yeah.
her father's sword. So we have some kind of like, emotional attachment to the sword, but I've got nothing to go off of. You picked up a sword, that's your family sword,
Mhm.
because evidently Kreb didn't decide to take any of the swords with him, which at the same time, the dad has an explosive mine outside, which blows up his ship, which
That was
causes
so
the whole thing
random.
for, oh yeah, the movie of convenience, because the explosion of a ship causes him, because for some reason he doesn't have another way of getting off of this planet because his main ship didn't come down or can't come down, although we see it in the atmosphere later on. So he goes to steal a spaceship, which, lucky enough, just happens to be the same spaceship that the poor orphan, now orphan girl samurai is with Supergirl, and they
Really
steal
far away from the
Supergirl's
ship.
ship and poison and shoot a poison dart at Crypto at the same time, so we can get into what this writer and Gunn is trying to pass off as a story. How freaking stupid is that?
All of it.
Like total convenience. And then even better, the next shot, because she's got to save her dog, and the whole healer witch thing was so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
And there's another part that's wrong with this, because so Crypto's laying there, he's got 3 days to live.
Yes.
Of course, so now we're on the time again, another timer, just like in the freaking Boys, where we're on a time limit. This needs to happen. We're going on a quest, and it's got to happen quickly. And there was no resolution. Later on, she literally gets the same poison and gets poisoned by a green sun, but then the yellow sun comes out, so she goes up, and that cures her cells of being sick. Why didn't she do that for Crypto? Stupid.
Yeah, she could easily flew Crypto right over
Yeah.
to the yellow sun and everything would have been fine.
So after that scene with the alien witch doctor girl woman, she's at a bus stop, an intergalactic bus stop.
Yeah, her ship's gone.
How
Crypto.
moronic is that? Do you think
They
that
also stopped at a space convenience store, a
Wait,
space 7-Eleven.
couldn't care less? That meant nothing to me because it had no purpose to be. Uh,
It was a poop
but
joke.
how stupid is that? So in Star Wars, the original Star Wars, we got Luke and Obi-Wan looking for a spaceship to hire to take them to Tatooine or whatever. I knew that was going to happen. The TV went out.
Now it's back.
Anyway, I heard pop.
Mm.
Let's hope it stays up during this. Oh man, what was I saying?
You're talking about Star Wars. They were looking for a ship to
Yes.
get to Tatooine.
How cool was that? And then they meet Harrison Ford with the Millennium Falcon, and we're introduced to the Millennium Falcon. It's the most amazing thing ever. Here, she's at a freaking bus stop, waiting at a bus stop. Now she's on a time limit.
Yeah.
But she's waiting at a bus stop. Huh?
Hmm.
What the hell?
Also, doesn't Superman fly in space? Why was she so?
Well, remember, she was on a planet with a
So you
slightly
need your
red
powers.
sun,
Okay.
which reduced her power so she could get drunk and
Okay,
pee.
and that's why she was freaking. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. All right.
But still, why? I mean, the coolness of Star Wars and seeing the Millennium Falcon for the first time, to her getting on a bus like it's in some obscure country somewhere where it's all immigrants on there with their chickens and just as stereotypical as you can get.
Hmm.
Oh my God, what is wrong with these people? Why are they
Everything.
doing that?
Everything. Why even lean this much in? Well, I guess it's from the source material. I think that's the thing. Maybe I'll look at it someday. But it was, I think, like a bunch of space aliens and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
It was.
Yeah.
She was her and the other little girl were the only ones that were not space aliens. In this case, poor people from third world countries. That's what it was. That's what they were trying to say. I'm like, why?
Being terrorized.
Why the heck? And then space pirates. I can go through
Female
each
tech space
one.
pirates.
Female, a trio of female space pirates. And luckily enough, the bus is just coming up on a planet with a red sun about ready to come out. Now, mind you, if there's a red sun in that solar system, just because there's a planet that's tens of thousands of miles away,
Yeah.
doesn't mean you're not getting the radiation that you need from it.
Yeah.
It's not blocking the radiation, so you don't have to wait until the sun comes out. That's not the way this works, or else Superman would have no power at night. Are you stupid? Is James Gunn a moron? And is the writer, what's her name?
Anna Narar.
Yeah, Anna. What a dumbass. No one thought through it. And James Gunn, I saw the interview, was like, oh, they'll never put out a movie until we get the script just right. And blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. This seems like it was
Clearly
written on the
not.
fly.
Clearly not. Yeah.
Oh, man. And it just goes on and on like that all the way through. And she makes it to the right planet on the. I didn't know. Did she get back on the bus? I didn't even know, because the next scene after the space pirates, she's on the planet. So I guess she continued her bus.
I mean, what did happen there?
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right. I completely forgot about that part.
Yeah, because there was nothing there to remember. I think this TV's about ready to explode.
Mm.
That's his second, third, fifth pop.
Uh-oh.
No, right?
Time for a new TV.
Always something. Then she gets to the planet. She goes to a bar. Ooh, beats up everybody. But Lobo, who's sitting in a corner, looking for the same people that she is, they don't even really interact either.
Yeah, you're right. The bar was the next. That was actually the next
Yes.
major part. Yeah.
Yeah. Which, for whatever reason, why did she beat up everybody? What was
They all pulled her when she broke the one guy's arm. They all stood up and pointed their guns. Like maybe it was like a.
Why
gang
was she
leader or
in that
something?
bar to begin with? No one else could tell her where these people were at?
Nope. She just went to
A
that place.
random ass bar.
Mm-hmm.
Why did we get led there?
For
that
this
bar.
very fight scene.
Because Lobo was there, and they need to introduce Lobo because nothing else in this movie meant anything, so they had to put him in somewhere. That was the only way to get him there, was because Lobo smokes cigars and hangs out at bars.
Oh, and that's where the parents were, because they're the owners.
Dumbass parents who's evidently there's a planet that had a nuclear holocaust, so now they're searching for nubile young teenage girls to repopulate.
Yeah, and just stole their daughter.
Yeah, just recently. I don't understand, because I couldn't tell the time. When did they take the daughter? And suddenly you have a way of calling Cream up and saying, hey, this girl's looking for you. We'll trade you these two for our daughter. Why would he even do it? What would be the point of coming back? Wouldn't he be taking his cargo to where it needs to go?
Yeah. Also,
He's just hanging
stupid,
out.
they didn't fight. There's so few times where she actually fights this villain. She spends all her time fighting minions and underlings for almost every fight, because even when he does show up, he's not worried about Supergirl. He's tracking down the parent's kid. Like, he is like laser focused on finding that girl he kidnapped so he can kill her. So where were we in the script?
Oh, they made it to the planet. They got in a small fight with. Never mind. So they make it to the planet. She beats up the guys at the bar for no particular reason other than bar fight.
Now, there's that alien that comes up that knows that girl.
Yeah,
I guess it's
whatever. The script called for a bar fight because as Supergirl, she likes to hang out at bars, and they needed a bar fight with her. That was the only reason that scene was there.
Okay.
She could have asked anybody, "Hey, how do I find this guy?" Because he was clearly there taking young girls.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, that's the only reason it would have been there.
Yeah.
And
It's all
then-
contrived.
And then, so she goes home. They give her milk. She wants milk.
No, they
Wait, what they give her? Water? What did
they gave her tea in the morning because she saves
tea,
Ruthie.
right? Yeah.
She says they're staying with the parents, stays with Ruthie. They poison her. So they call the bad guys, and that's when she needs the milk. And then she vomits it up because she vomits up the poison later on.
How is she poison? It's the same poison that was given to Crypto. They
Yes.
said that. She got better. How come Crypto couldn't get better?
Because she was still powered by the yellow sun at that point.
Why didn't she take Crypto on the bus? Oh, because the Doctor Witch
Mhm.
said that he's too fragile to move
yeah.
right now.
Mhm.
Oh, how convenient that is. She's okay
Yep.
with doing that, and fighting.
Mhm.
And the only thing that she needed was some milk and some vomiting,
Yeah.
which we get probably 2 minutes of her vomiting as she's fighting
Mm-hmm.
again. So we start out with Crypto pissing on Superman's picture,
Mm-hmm.
her taking a piss, and we
Yeah.
get to hear it on top of that.
Mhm.
And now we're subjected to vomiting. Okay, it's
That's after the poop sled popcorn.
all the trauma check boxes have been just about checked at this point for James Gunn. What other bodily fluids can we possibly have here?
This is the humor from The Boys.
This is humor from Trauma. That's where James Gunn got his start. My God, so much stupid stuff, and then because reasons, our villain, very weak villain, is able to get away from Supergirl, follow the parents because suddenly he wants to kill
Their daughter.
the daughter,
Mm-hmm.
slaughters the entire family, laughs maniacally, and then they teleport away.
Yeah. The two things that happened in there, though, is that this is our second showing of Lobo. Lobo shows up because he's got a bounty on some guy that's there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Taserface.
Hmm?
I was just saying it's James Gunn, so I'm saying it's Taserface.
But no. So there's the second in command shows up. So Lobo comes to try to get him. And you get an okay action scene, I guess. It's another fight scene. Lots of 360 again. I think this is the first real fight scene where it's a constant 360. Like, if you have motion sickness, I feel bad for you because everyone's a drunk chick at one of those like 360 selfie things the whole time. And then Lobo's fight, same way, big 360 the whole time. It was really horrible looking.
Yep.
What happens next?
Jesus.
So, Krem escapes, right? Disappears.
Oh, isn't this about the time we also got the flashback of Argo?
Probably because I think her and Ruthie had a little talk already.
Oh, they were
Night.
talking upstairs.
Yes.
In the house. So before the villain shows up, her and Ruthie are having a well, exposition conversation. So we get to learn Supergirl's backstory,
See her outfit.
which happened before she was born. So
8
the
years
planet
before.
Krypton was blowing up, and Superman's father Jor-El had already done his thing, but his brother had an idea of engulfing the city, slaughtering a lot of people while he was doing it
Mhm.
with a force field, and then floating out in space for 20 some years.
Yes.
That's his big idea.
Mhm.
In the meantime, she was born 8 years after that. So they've been there 8 years. They're stuck there 8 years. Yeah, like I said, this went on and on. Eventually we find out. I don't think they got to the part where Krypton, because they spread out the Argo stuff
Yeah,
just a little.
it's at least twice, I
There wasn't a
think.
lot there
No.
at all. It happened. She was born, but really she was already a teenager. But by the time we actually got to see her life in the city, for the most part,
Yeah.
her mother dies because evidently kryptonite is all around him.
And
Yes,
it has
well,
poisoned the land,
Yeah.
which I still don't
What
understand.
land? It was a city.
Well, there was that little bit of like earth of the planet that was like underneath, but we didn't see them like growing crops. It's like, what does poison the land mean? You're like in a concrete white marble and gold dungeon
Yeah.
city.
No, there was nothing there, huh?
No, nothing. So it's like poison the land, and oh, you didn't see it because you blinked for a second. But it's the first and only time we get introduced to Crypto. He's this little
Yeah.
puppy
I literally
that's
blinked.
like off to the side, like eating garbage. And I think it may be around the time of either her leaving or after the funeral. I can't tell. Where the mom's in like this like gown of like red maple leaves or something.
Oh my God, that
I
was
don't
so
know.
stupid. It was poorly done, and it's the only color. Not even it's a dull red on top of that. But evidently, they wrap you in leaves when you're dead, so they could put you into the fire that's making the force field, because that's where the force field came out of. When this first happened, so I guess that's how you get rid of your dead.
Mhm.
I mean, when you put them in the soils for fertilizer.
Yeah. Speaking of other dumb things about Argyle, this is when we had mentioned this. So he builds this skate pod just for her. I'm really thinking if you're trying to save your people, you probably wouldn't just make a single pod. Nothing said they were lacking
Why are you
resources.
waiting
or
20 some years to make anything to escape your
the
force
fate.
field city bubble egg shape? Why would you even stay there?
They were totally content just
Yes, they
hanging out.
were. Not that we knew, because we didn't see any real part of the life of a Krypton, someone in Argo City. No,
There
that
was
was
a little
glossed
bit
over
of-
completely.
There was a little bit of she was young, growing up, playing with
Little.
parents.
Little.
Yeah.
Very, very little. Holy cow.
Gosh, there was one more thing I was gonna say about it. Oh, the kryptonite poisoning. Wouldn't that start pretty early? Why was there like a 16-year-long gap before the kryptonite started doing anything? That made no sense. I'm like, I think you guys would have been poisoned way earlier. She was born to radiated parents. I'm just saying, I feel things wouldn't go good if any of that made sense.
No.
But that's okay, because that's her trauma. And that's why she's a realist. That's why she's so much better than Clark. Because Clark is too nice. He
Oh,
hasn't
no, she's so
suffered.
much better because Clark was sent to conquer Earth because of his crazy brother Jor-El, which we're told in the movie. Just one little section. They had to throw that in, and I think that was a FU to the fans,
Mhm.
because they got the blowback from the Superman movie when that happened,
Yeah.
and to put it in this and not even speak it, they put it into the subtitles,
Yeah, did it?
which, I mean,
Why
What a
make him seem
douchebag.
so bad? And then she gets the message that would have been more normal for Superman of always be kind
Yes.
and always be
Always
good.
blah,
You
blah,
don't always
blah.
have to
But
be
not
nice.
Superman. He's out there
Yeah.
conquering and taking
I'm
over.
telling you, they
Oh
stole
my
that
gosh.
from Invincible. That is a Viltrumite storyline.
Yeah.
That is Nolan's
James
art.
Gunn took it because he's an idiot. He's a moron that clearly hates anybody that enjoys this kind of material. He hates the Superman and its long history. He obviously hates Supergirl because this is what he came up with.
Mhm.
So if you could tear that down from the inside,
Yeah.
then that gives him a boner. That's all it is.
Mm.
He feels like he's from a long line of revolutionaries. That's what this is about. I said before, you can see that in season 2 of Peacemaker,
Mm.
because what a retro piece of trash writing that was on that season. You know, the white nationals and Nazis and blah blah blah. And this is just another way of writing that stuff, more subtle because it was too blatant in one, but he still wants to put that freaking message in this in his juvenile, stupid ass way.
Mm.
Ugh, pissing me off.
Didn't they say he neither directed it or wrote it? Somebody told
His
his
freaking
minions to
hand
do it?
was all over this. I don't, and other than a name only that someone else directed it and someone else wrote it,
Yeah.
this is a James Gunn film. This is his writing style.
Yeah. His visuals.
Yes.
His retro 80s
Not as
earphones.
funny because I gotta admit, even when James Gunn is at his worst, he still has some good, fun stuff with the characters. Because I wasn't a big fan of the third Guardians of the Galaxy because
Sure.
it was a bit disjointed, but it had some moments. This had no moments.
Yeah.
So I think he probably left the no moments to everybody else, and he put his stuff in there because there's no way that he did not have like heavy influence
Yeah.
on the direction and how this was going.
Well, the thing is, we would have had, if it was more essentially James Gunn, I think we would have had more characters that meant something. We were stuck with pretty much her, and who cares?
Didn't
Crypto's passing away. Ruthie's,
Crypto's not even in it. He's in
yeah,
a few minutes at the beginning and 30 seconds at the end.
yeah. And then Ruthie, who's like wooden Pinocchio girl,
Yeah.
just doing nothing.
Just happy to be there.
So our only person you can even like at all is Lobo.
You realize we gave so much more love to Supergirl 1984 than this.
Of course. I figured.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that way he writes a cast that makes you kind of like them all and they're all quirky. There was none of that in this.
There was a wannabe though. It felt like they wanted it to be that way, but they couldn't get it there. Probably someone says, no, that if you add a cast of characters, if you add 2 more characters, then it's going to be Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
So let's keep it down. This is her story. And I could see it being that simple of a decision.
Mm.
But
And-
everything else, the stupid Mad Max crew, straight out of James Gunn stuff, the quirky little alien characters, straight out of James Gunn stuff, the throwing up James Gunn stuff,
The peeing, the poop popcorn,
oh my god.
or a shit joke.
I had no idea what that was. And they, oh, this tastes like shit. Okay. And
Yeah.
Anyway, so now we're after their first battle. I don't even remember what happened. So they've died and they go where?
So the parents are killed.
Yeah.
Ruthie and her have a fight. Oh, she goes to the alien in the bar that looked
Goodness.
really weird. There was a weird looking alien. She finds him and she
Oh,
goes, you
yeah,
know where the
Taser
brigands
Wrist.
are, because he was talking with the parents, so she realized they had some sort of connection.
Evidently our pirate group were called the Brigands.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh.
Because they're not because we had the scavengers in Guardians of the Galaxy, so we have this, but they can't call it scavengers. So we'll just name it something else. That was it. They were the same group, only without the honor, evidently.
Sure. Yeah.
Because they were all cis white men.
Mm-hmm. But so, yeah. Oh, so speaking of dumb, so he tells her he's going to take her to where Krem went to. She agrees to go, but only if she gets blindfolded and hooded.
Oh, what the hell?
And then she has X-ray vision, so she's not looking at where she's going or if anything's weird happening. She's looking at the watch, only to be dropped off on the planet with two suns. Which, by the way, when I saw the text came up that said, because they kept saying the solar territory, remember, which is so stupid.
It
Like,
was.
oh, it's a red solar category.
Mm.
So when it came up green and yellow, I thought to myself, is this a kryptonite sun? Is that what we're about to do? And lo and behold, they drop her off on this green tinted planet and the and the kryptonite sun poisoning begins.
Mm.
Is that an actual thing?
No.
From any it was so weird to me. But it literally said green and yellow. So they already told you when they said green and yellow that the yellow sun was going to come back. There's not even a question of if she's in danger. It's a green and yellow
Why would they need to
solar
put a bag over her head, though?
because she's dumb enough and drunk
But
enough.
why in the script is that required?
They didn't want her to look out any windows and know where
But
she was
why?
going.
Usually you do that so you don't know where you're going. But she's
Yeah.
literally going through space to a planet. So what? She can't see the green sun. They're going to take her where the yellow one's
She
up.
didn't know
So they go,
anything.
ha ha, look at the green sun. Now you're sick.
Mm.
Ha ha. That's what we got. That was it.
Yeah. They opened the door to kick her out, and then she started to just,
That was stupid.
it was really dumb. And of course, Ruthie's along because she's a stalker.
Hey, why not? Why not? Cream say, hey, when you bring him over and you let her out while the green sun's set, wouldn't she have felt the effects of the green sun before they even got there?
Yes.
How does a green and anyway? When she gets let out, why wouldn't they just kill her there?
That's what I thought.
I mean, you want to get clearly he's wanting to kill her, right? At this
You would
point, because somehow he's figured out that she's from Krypton and she's
Still don't know how.
yeah, just magical, absolutely magical. So they know that a green sun. Why Superman is advertising that anyway? I don't know, but a green sun causes them to get sick and
Yeah.
maybe not die. How? Okay, you let her out and
And
you
then you
take a
kill her.
rock or maybe one of the Hattori Hanzo swords
Sure.
and take her head off. Why are you just dropping her off?
Because we needed Ruthie to do something. Because then Ruthie comes and drags her over to this
Yeah,
cave.
naturally, because Ruthie is smart enough to hide in the cargo area of a spaceship, whatever. But they're not smart enough to notice anyone sneaking on. Although it didn't look very big, but I couldn't tell because there was really all the spaceships looked the freaking same there. Did you notice that? They
Yeah.
all look like pieces of junk, and I don't know why.
It's like from the Starfleet Academy
Yeah.
roster of ships.
Even the brigantine ship was a pile of junk. I
Everything
couldn't even
was just
figure out
really
what it
junk.
was.
Every planet seemed like it was just like this discount Tatooine, just like this dusty, there was no real lavishness. I think the only planet that looked nice was the one where she was like drinking and crowd surfing. Every other one was
Argo.
Tatooine.
Argo was pretty.
No. Just like marble and gold and
They didn't have it. They didn't want to CGI anything in there. And of course, until they had to show the poor dog eating trash. Poor orphan crypto.
not really. She picked them up immediately. Took
So
them most to the planet.
She stole someone's dog, huh?
Yeah.
Because I would think if you're in a bubble floating through space in the debris of your dead planet, there probably aren't a lot of stray dogs on the street.
Why are there dogs on Krypton in the first place?
Well, I don't care. That's a comic book thing.
Yeah.
I have no problem with crypto. I accept it for its comic book nature. But in this universe, why is there a freaking stray on the street eating trash?
I don't know.
Anyway, let's get back to the main thing. So now she's sick. Somehow Ruthie drags her up. Well, she's only like 80 pounds, so it's not like this little girl
Yeah.
can't pull her up. Pulls her up a hill like this
Yeah.
into a cave.
Mhm.
Oh, how convenient. Probably the cable shield. No, it doesn't. Then she goes out for water.
Yeah. So they have bonding time. And then
Then we
she
get a little bit more Argo story exposition.
Yeah, I think
They're
I think it's about to get
Yeah.
the last of it.
Oh, thank God.
Yep. So she goes to get water. She sees this random half-naked alien man bathing for some reason.
Yeah.
And then an alien comes behind her. They
How
capture
convenient,
her.
huh? Because we literally just saw her walk down a hill and get behind the rocks. So where did he come from?
I don't know. She's not a very good ninja if she can get caught like that.
Well,
Or
she was
Sam.
she was waiting to show up her ninja powers once she gets put in her own cell next to Lobo. How convenient again?
Yeah.
Because evidently we didn't know this, but Lobo got captured, and he's in a cell on a ship just chilling out.
Yeah.
How?
Which
When?
is funny
When? When did that happen?
because he needs to be here for something later.
When did that happen? We saw the battle,
He
and he
flew off.
disappears.
He flies off on his motorcycle.
And then next we know, so was it edited out? Was this all they had the time and money to make to put in here? Because it made no sense.
Yeah.
Why you got Lobo in a cage? Get him there. Boom, boom. Kill him.
I don't know.
Ah,
And he's clearly there for fun. He's not in danger. He lets
Evidently
himself get
not.
captured. But it's here so we can see Ruthie finally do
What's the
something.
writer's name again? James
What?
Gunn?
Anna Navarro?
Oh, yeah. I was thinking of James Gunn. Because she cannot be this moronic. She could not be this bad in her writing.
Hey. James Gunn said he would not do another DC movie until the script was fantastic.
Ooh.
And this is what
Dude, in our little
this is what we have.
pathetic way, we've literally gone through and shredded every freaking scene. Because none of it makes any sense. None of it is well written. None of it is well acted. There's nothing. And all this comes from the core of the actual script itself, which was bad.
Yeah.
It's a quest to get the antidote to a poison when
Yeah.
you could have just taken the dog up. There's no way of making sure the dog's secure enough to take it up into on the bus.
Yeah. That would have been way easier.
And why 3 days? What a slow acting poison.
Mm-hmm.
Why did he shoot it with a 3-day poison? What was the
Oh,
point of that?
Make her suffer?
Why? He didn't know her.
No.
He was stealing her ship. There was
Yeah.
no connection there.
He just felt like poisoning the dog because that's how evil he is.
Ooh, oh my gosh.
All right. Where are we now? We're almost done.
Are we?
I think so.
Oh yeah, because
So Ruthie strangles the guard because she needed something to do because she hasn't done anything in this entire film. And they wanted to show she could choke out the giant muscle.
well, suddenly
bound
she's turned
alien.
into a ninja samurai.
And this is when she's jumping through the vents and she's looking
Literally.
around.
The vent is up there and she is flying.
So then I think so then we get another alien going to the bathroom, pissing as well. She comes down, she sees her sword. She gets her sword. I guess she's about to kill a guy or something, but then an alien captures her. Oh, because in the cell, she was calling to talk to Krem because she was going to.
She was pretending that she was going to tell everything she knew about what?
So I think this might have been cut, but
Yes,
he.
this movie is edited. There's stuff that's missing out of this movie that actually is part of the story where you find out why this happens because something in the middle happened that's gone and this. So it just feels like there's time missing. There's
Yeah.
things that happen that we don't know.
Yeah.
And
Because I'm assuming he must have came to get her and they got back and she was gone because she had moved from the spot because Ruthie had dragged her away. So he was interrogating Ruthie because there's a scene. He comes in and he talks to her and he asks her where Supergirl
oh
is.
God, that was such a horrible scene too. Why do you even need to do that?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But Ruthie strangles the guy. Lobo. Lobo's like, oh, look
Yeah,
at the
he's
little
like,
girl. Good job. You murdered him.
Much respect.
Oh, I guess she choked him
And
out,
then
but she
he's
didn't
gone.
one yet.
Until they need him again.
Yeah, he kicks down the door and then jumps off.
Yeah.
Goes somewhere.
I guess he was going to get his motorcycle or something. I don't know where he was going because he literally disappears because at that point the yellow sun comes up and she's recharged and goes back to the brigantine ship to
Almost. Because
Almost.
there's an important part in between there.
Is
So
it important?
Ruthie decides now that she has her sword back, she's gonna go kill Krem. So she goes up to the top of the ship while they're doing, I don't know what the hell, expecting young girls or something stupid. And Ruthie's
What were they
behind.
doing? Is
I
this
don't
sort of
know.
be seem to be hanging out on top of the ship?
Yeah.
What they? I was trying to figure out. There wasn't any girls up there at the time, was there?
I can't remember.
I didn't see any girls. They were just all hanging on top of the ship
Yeah.
on the outside.
And he's behind, and she gets behind this box and she's about to jump him, but he shoots this, like, I don't know, some sort of hook on a
Oh,
cable
yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. Oh, she's caught, and he brings her over and he's messing with her and he's gonna act like he's gonna cut off her head. And of course, that right before then, no more flashback, mess the dog, yellow sunrise starts to heal, and she makes it just in the nick of time to ram the creme right before he cuts off Ruthie's head.
You know what we forgot though?
What's that?
One of the dumbest things in this entire movie. Krem has the antidote on a string around his neck from the first fight in the bar.
Yeah.
Why? And the entire time, so she's going to get the antidote. She can't get it for whatever reason
Because
because
she has super speed, so there's no
Yeah.
reason.
and he literally has something that's about this size around his neck because for some reason he's carrying the antidote around on him because I guess they don't have a medical place that they keep
Mm.
the antidote. Why do they even have an antidote to begin with if the purpose of it is to kill people with it
Yeah.
slowly? It made no sense.
Nope.
It was there. Like, again, something was cut out of this because the only reason he would keep it around his neck is if he knew that she was coming for it
Mhm.
and who she was.
Yeah.
To taunt her or whatever as a price. So the fact that it's an antidote is hanging around his neck like a freaking necklace is the dumbest thing, and there's no purpose for it to be hanging there. And she literally gets a hold of it like 2 or 3 times throughout this, starting at the bar fight, which was probably about a third of the way, 40% into the movie, but she can't seem to get it for
Yeah.
some reason. I guess her hands are lubed up or something. I have no idea. She's
No
got
idea.
vomit on. I don't know, but she can't get a little medallion from a string around some guy's neck.
Yeah. And it's not like he's putting up a fight or
No.
anything. He just kind of it seems like he likes getting beat up.
Yeah, he gets his ass kicked all the way through this.
He barely puts up any sort of real.
Strength of 1,000 men, whatever. I have no idea what that meant. We never really saw it except for
He
oh
caught
yeah,
a tank.
yeah. So the ship, for whatever reason, the
All the
brigantine ship,
girls,
not only does it have a small cage of girls too.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like they're like, why are you hanging out on this planet?
Mhm.
I mean, I don't get it. But for some reason, they have tanks on cables sitting outside of their ship.
Yeah.
Which is, of course, they always fall for some reason. Every
Yeah.
time that ship shows up, whoop, there goes another tank.
Lobo likes that thing just breaking.
Why do they even have a tank?
I don't
Why
know.
do multiple tanks? They're
Yes.
not doing anything with them.
No.
They were other than to fall,
Mhm.
they were
And the
never
explosions.
put into any kind of purpose.
Mhm.
I think other than to circle a little 13-year-old girl at the end, Mad Max style.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Huh. Anyway, continue.
All right. So what? So sun comes up.
Yeah. Now it's time for the battle.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the battle?
Everything.
What's the number one thing that's wrong with the battle?
Oh, that's hard to choose.
They were
Why are
all
they
going
focused
after
on-
Ruthie.
Yeah, I was saying they're all after Ruthie. They all send.
Why? She's like a little girl, and
Mhm.
they're acting like, oh, we got to get her. Oh, they're all surrounding everybody. Instead of going out there and getting Supergirl, which is the whole goal.
Oh, before we go too much further, miss another part. She gets shot by the random kryptonite dart we talked about. Lobo comes in because this is a Lobo.
Oh yeah, random.
Because
Why does he have a random kryptonite dart?
he knows but doesn't know she's a Kryptonian, but he made it, but not necessarily because he never. He says he never met a Kryptonian before, despite at least meeting her right before. But no, she's a Kryptonian. I don't know. Anyway, Lobo comes to save her.
This is stupid.
It is. Actually, it's getting to the point where it's paining,
It's painful. It's 100% very, very painful.
Yeah. So let's get it. She didn't have any other clothes, so she's finally wearing the suit. She's up in the sky.
Yeah. Oh,
Destroys a bunch of.
no. Wait. Somehow Ruthie. So at the beginning, when after Ruthie's family's been slaughtered, she goes to visit Supergirl because she saw her in a bar fight, another bar fight. Saw her in a fight. So she goes to ask her for her help. She sees her clothes with the S on it. She didn't know who Superman is.
They talk about it. No, they talk about it upstairs.
But the spaceship was stolen. Her spaceship, when she saw that uniform, got stolen
That's
before she
true,
knew the
yeah.
backstory.
Yeah.
So for some reason, she knew at the beginning of the movie that those clothes, her Supergirl outfit, was very important. So she packed them away and carried it with the clothes with her until the end of the freaking movie.
Yeah, left them there with her.
I'm at a loss. This makes no sense.
No.
This is so poorly written. Something is missing. Scenes are missing here for her to have any connection to that uniform, the Ruthie, to understanding what that uniform means. There's something missing. And why are you carrying that around? She's literally going on a bus. She's getting kidnapped by lesbian space pirates. Everything. Yet she's got enough space next to her sword for Supergirl's clothing, even though Supergirl's already wearing clothes.
Yeah.
I'm at a loss.
Yep.
At a loss.
All right. So.
We can just do rants. You know that, right? Instead of anything else, we should just start out from the beginning of the movie and murder it until the end. Let's just beat them silly from now on.
Okay.
We'll start with James Gunn's earlier work, though. He deserves the. I saw Superman's on Prime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know it's on the other one, but Max. But I didn't watch
Okay.
it on that. Anyway, let's end this thing because it's going on too long. Because I mean, there's so much.
Yeah.
That sucks about this.
So, another 360
Oh,
stove
God.
fight.
With
Supergirl's
music,
doing
with
stuff.
music. And music
Yeah.
that. Do you remember any of the music in this?
No,
Do you remember music in Guardians of the Galaxy?
more so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This has nothing. None of the songs they chose made any connection. They may be good or not, but the images did not match a single freaking song in here. There was no connection and bonding, no emotional payoff with the music. It was worthless. I hope they didn't pay anything for it because I don't remember a single song in this.
Yep.
And the whole thing. So Ruthie's in the middle, and all the Road Warriors are circling her for some reason.
Yeah.
And the song is playing, and the movements in slow motion.
And then it stops for a second, and Supergirl appears, and then it hits, and then she appears, and she uppercuts someone, and they go flying.
Yeah.
It's really boring for all of that. It's really interesting how there's so much happening, and it's all boring and stale and uninteresting. I mean, I think I saw her kick
You
like
would
30
almost
people.
think this woman, the writer, has never written a movie before.
That, and I also think we need to go.
She
back
actually
to-
hasn't.
she hasn't. Yes. But I also think we
Smart
need to go
short.
back to having actors that either A, can get stunt doubles that can fight or something. The way the fighting is, considering it's all CGI anyway,
Chopped up.
it's chopped up,
Choppy.
it's bad, it's uninteresting. You know it's not her. So it kind of, the good stunt double in good filming, you can feel like, hey, that actor is really in there. But
Yeah.
this, you know it's
No,
not her.
No,
Not
no,
a single
no,
bit.
it's not a single bit. The fight scenes are just edit. Oh, over here, and you're like, I got nothing. I don't even know what's going on. I didn't even know when they in the first the after the bar fight when they first meet the brigantine or whatever. I didn't even know why they were all fighting. Because the only thing there was Supergirl and the little girl.
Mhm.
Yet all of them show up for it, and they don't even know who Supergirl is.
No?
So why were they all fighting? Who were they fighting? each other. And then, and this is before Lobo showed up.
Yeah.
Who were they fighting? And yet again, for a little girl, they're bringing out everybody. After Lobo blew up the ship for some reason, after everybody survives along with their vehicles,
Yeah.
they're still after this little girl. When you go, hey, they were in my house.
Mhm. Oh,
Just blew up my house.
we did miss the fun part.
Did we?
Going
Did we?
back to the original fight when the ship was still airborne and not crashing, which felt like it was
Oh.
crashing for like 20
It
minutes.
really did.
It's like, it was
Slow-
it was like sliding
Is
down the
no
hill
one
or something.
piloting this thing? Is no one seriously? No one's like, hey, we're gonna run into something.
But during all that, Krem, first Ruthie falls and she
Oh,
has
God.
she's hanging on this rope forever, only for Krem to eventually do
Only,
so.
only her ninja powers kept her.
And then she
holding on.
does this thing where I guess Krem is gonna crawl down to try to get her, but she does this like a
Why is Krem even
tumble.
after her? Isn't the threat Lobo and Supergirl?
It should be.
Not this girl on a string.
The whole time no one cared about
But
Supergirl.
everybody cared about the little girl.
Yeah, she was the most important thing.
Oh
And then when
my
they had her, they never
God.
did anything.
Mhm.
All right, so what I guess Ruthie is dealing with Krem, right, by herself because I think Supergirl destroyed some tanks, beat up some guys, and now there's a tank. So I'm confused about her level of strength because it seems she can lift pretty heavy stuff. She's threw a few tanks around. So then she has to speed in and randomly save the girls. The girls have
Yeah.
she could have saved the girls first.
The girls we never really see, evidently. I mean, even though they were trafficking them, we never really see them until we need to see them, and they've survived
The falls, the
ship
crashes,
crashing.
Logo destroying
And
everything.
they're in a stupid ass little square cage in the middle of like a room
of
of,
tanks.
yeah. I'm like, what is this?
And then so the tanks doing this slow crashing descent. She has to get between the cage and the tank. And that's what's taking her so long to come help Ruthie because she's holding it.
Shut up.
And then you get the laser eyes.
Taser eye. Taser face.
Yep.
Oh
So
God.
she saves the girls run out. Here
Did she
comes
save the girls? I don't even know what she did, but she didn't have. She didn't go over and rip open the bars or anything. She gets in there, sees them, and then suddenly they're after surviving the crashing ship against the mountain, running out.
Yep. She saves the girls, shoots over, saves Ruthie again, has a stupid speech about Ruthie not killing her because revenge
Yeah,
isn't
because
going to save her life.
wait, you're missing something. So after she saved the girls, released them,
hmm
Crab is about ready to put a big axe in Ruthie's head, and so Ruthie's on the ground, Crab's here, Road Warrior circle around her. So she takes Crab and leaves the girl in the middle of the of our bad guys.
Yeah.
And then hits him a couple of times,
Mhm.
and then we get the big Lobo coming back and things exploding. And it was just a confusing mess.
hmm
Once that's done, Ruthie wants to kill Kreb with the sword, her father's sword. Supergirl talks her out of it.
Yeah.
And then kills him herself.
Yeah.
Dum dum dum. Ooh, Supergirl, she's way stronger than Superman because she can do what needs to be done.
Yeah.
That's what they were saying.
Yeah.
So stupid.
This is a really pedantic kind of movie. It's filled with contrivances. Everything is this Deus Ex Machina, wave your hand. It expects you to go with a lot.
Yeah.
So don't ask any questions. Just enjoy, and it's a girl doing her thing, and it's supposed to be a great time. This is
So we gotta bring this to a wrap. It's already.
oh yeah.
So let's cut to the end. Supergirl has learned her lesson because of Ruthie.
She stopped drinking.
She stopped drinking,
That's really what it was.
goes home to Earth, goes to her home, she says.
Yeah, Clark's in there for
And
some
that's it.
reason.
We didn't stay around for the post credits. We didn't care.
No.
Didn't matter.
That's it.
Well, do you recommend this?
No.
Me neither.
It's
neither.
it's a
It's derivative. It is boring. It is dated. Just the whole. There's nothing here to root for. There's nothing here to care about. The set pieces looked ugly. The costumes looked bland.
yeah.
The acting was stale, stiff. Nothing.
My final word on this is characters are supposed to be extraordinary in how they operate and even how they look and their morals. When you take a character down to be this just meh, there's nothing super about it. So absolutely no recommend. But thank you guys for watching another movie, Rectum.
Yeah.
This movie was certified ass.
Yeah, it's got a big ass. Big ass. I give it a big ass rating.
That's what we're gonna do. How big is the butt?
Yep. Big juicy butts.
But like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you thought of Supergirl, and we'll catch you on the next movie, Rectum.
Later.
Bye-bye.
What the hell, Crypto?